Rams fans, how's it going? You guys should be excited. Your team has a quarterback who's going to stay on the field. Hopefully. I don't really know. Nick Foles, some would say, as good as Peyton Manning. Some would say. But here's the thing. Is he going to stay healthy? Is he going to be on the field? There were some issues when he kind of crashed back down to earth last season. Also got hurt in the process. What is that trade, though? Getting rid of Sam Bradford is great. Getting Nick Foles seems good on paper. I'm really excited to see how that plays out. I'm going to skip to the end here and just say, let me know down below if you think that trade was good, because I'm still not over that trade. But let me know. Nick Foles, is he the real deal? But okay, let's move on. So this team here, Trey Mason, Todd Gurley, that's awesome. I mean, you got some great running back options to really help out Nick Foles. He needs a solid running game, I think, to be at his best level and possibly throw, 7 touchdowns in a game. The thing that makes me nervous, of course, Kenny Britt, Brian Quick. These aren't anything to be excited about. I mean, Stedman Bailey, does anyone want him to actually catch the ball? But what I've said before about the Rams is they have a bunch of wide receiver 2 and wide receiver 3s out there, and someone has to either step up into that wide receiver 1 role. I don't see it happening. Maybe you do, and feel free to let me know who you think that guy's going to be. Or they need exceptional running back play. And I think that's the key for them this year. That's the key for them to win games and get above 500. And I say get above 500 because their division's pretty difficult. Seahawks twice a year, Cardinals twice a year. Also, the 49ers are there. So it's going to be interesting to see what happens with that. And playing the AFC North. Very difficult to do. And, of course, the NFC North as well. Difficult. But the thing about the St. Louis Rams, they had a lot of draft picks, and they went at those needs. They really went to protect their quarterback, got that offensive line help. Nick Foles is so thankful for that because he's not going to hopefully be Sam Bradford, injured every year. Todd Gurley, like I said, one of the better picks for sure. I personally liked Melvin Gordon a little bit better just because Todd Gurley's injury issues make me a little bit nervous. I think there's definitely some good depth that was grabbed in the draft. To move over, I want to get to the schedule really quick because this is what's really important. Let's talk about the actual prediction parts of this preview. Like I said, tough division. Let's remember that before we yell at me. Seahawks game. Right off the bat, I'm sorry, we're not going to have Seahawks stumbling into the season like we've seen in the past. They're going to go and they're going to win this game. Redskins, however, congrats, Rams fans. 1-1. You're feeling pretty good. All right, Steelers, that's a loss. Cardinals, this is at Arizona. I'm going to give it to you as a loss. Right now, you're looking 1-3. That's not looking very good. People are questioning the move, the trade for Sam Bradford and Nick Foles until they realize that Sam Bradford's probably injured. Then you, of course, have to go to Lambeau to play Green Bay. You just keep losing. What is going on? The sky is falling. Fortunately, you get a break. Browns, that's a win. 49ers, the first time, that's a win. The Vikings, that's a tough game. Might give it to the Vikings if the Vikings didn't suck. So I'm going to give it to the Rams. Ricky, your team sucks. Then the Bears. Bears are 16-0 this season, so they're not going to lose this one. But maybe. They might lose to the Rams. This one I kind of go back and forth with that because I think the Rams and the Bears are pretty even teams. Rams definitely had the better defense. But, people don't like Jay Cutler's face and all that, but I still say that the passing game and Matt Forte a little bit better than what we have here in St. Louis. Since it's an away game for the Bears, my toss-up, it's going to go to the Rams. Pains me to say, but Rams, you can win this game. My Bears preview, I probably disagreed with myself, but that's okay. Moving on to the Ravens. Sorry, it's going to be a loss. Tough game. Bengals. This one's a tough one for me. Another toss-up. I'm going to go ahead and give it to the Bengals. That's what I'm going to do. Giving it to the Bengals. A game against the Cardinals, which is at home for the Rams. That's a win. Against the Lions, I'll give that a win as well. Buccaneers, that's a win. At Seattle, you guys couldn't win it week 1 at home. You're not going to win it at Seattle. So that's a loss. Then you get to play the 49ers. So there you go. You get a win. Like I said, the Rams, they're kind of in a middle tier right now. They've got great things developing. They've had good things developing for a while. That run game is going to be very important. For me, I think the biggest thing coming out of this season is St. Louis Rams fans are going to be saying, we need wide receiver number 1. This is what we need to go and we need to grab. And I think that's going to be the thing that hurts this team the most. They're going to be very good in close games. If the games start to get away, Nick Foles, he might be able to throw 7 touchdowns in a game like the best of them, Peyton Manning. But I think he's going to have trouble with it. He's not going to have the go-to guy that's going to make up those points. If you disagree with me, though, let me know down below or on Twitter at @TheMarkWeber. Follow Most Valuable Podcasts at Most Valuable Pod. Hit the subscribe button so you know everything we're doing. We're coming to the end of preview time, but we got some more exciting things coming up when the NFL season starts. And also before that, fantasy football. We're going to be talking a lot about fantasy football. So with all that being said, check out our NFC West preview. It's in this direction. And until next time, I'm the Mark Weber. Dub them E's. Don't forget that we started a Patreon page. Go to patreon.com/mostvaluablepodcasts to check out all of our reward options. Remember, you can still get our content for free by subscribing to our YouTube page. But if you want to support us financially, now you can be rewarded for doing so. The link's in the description. What are you waiting for?